This inquiry from Neath came from an elderly gentleman who was moving into a care home in the near future and wanted his Victorian tiled hallway renovated before the property went on the market. He mentioned he didn't think it was that dirty, however it could do with a clean and reseal. We arranged to call in one morning and take a look at the tiles, and whilst there we completed a test clean, so we could provide an accurate price for renovating the floor. For the clean I applied Tile Doctor Pro Clean. The purpose of this was to see whether and how fast the dirt would shift, and also to get an idea of the condition of the floor beneath the layer of dirt. The test clean went well, and the owner was happy to accept our price, and suggested that as we had already made a start we might as well continue. Fortunately, there were two of us that day and I only had a couple of other quotes in the area, so I was able to crack on. I should mention this work was done at the beginning of 2020 before the COVID-19 lockdown. All sorts of detritus gets walked into hallways, so we began by using a handheld scraper to take off anything that sat upon/above the floor's surface. This also makes the cleaning process that is a little bit easier for us. The earlier test clean had enabled us to establish which cleaning methods and products would work best on the floor, so it was just a question of putting the plan into action. The process involved applying a strong dilution of Tile Doctor Pro Clean to the floor, leaving it to soak in for 10 minutes, and then working it with a coarse 400 grit diamond pad fitted to our rotary buffer. More water was applied for lubrication, where required, and the soil produced afterwards was rinsed off and extracted with a wet vacuum. The pad is encrusted with industrial diamonds and cuts into the tile and removes a very thin layer, leaving the tile very clean. After extracting the soil, the floor was inspected, and we noticed that there were a few tiles throughout the floor that needed more work. To deal with these we used handheld diamond blocks of varying grits to remove the ingrained dirt and bring the tiles back to life. The client was over the moon with the results of the cleaning, and we scheduled a date of the following week to come back and seal the tiles. We also discussed sealers, and he had asked if we could leave the floor with a shiny finish. With that in mind we recommended Tile Doctor Seal and Go, which works really well on Victorian tiles. It is also water-based, and so doesn't produce a smell as it dries. On our return the floor was given a quick wipe down, and once dry sealed with 4 coats of Tile Doctor Seal and Go, which will add protection and make them easy to keep clean. Once complete the floor looked great and very welcoming, just what you need when selling a property, as initial impressions always count.